It's the NFL on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see the workhorse Jonathan Taylor. He was unstoppable a week ago with 4 touchdowns. It's the Steelers and the Panthers. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
When I was watching film this week, I had to write a note to myself. 3 touchdown passes in an NFL game deserves respect, not ho-hum just because they throw it around all the time, and he got his respect. NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, it's the ultimate vote of confidence from a week ago. And look, he was great, not his best game ever, but obviously was very good to garner that award. All the talk this week, though, was about let's take that forward now. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll go play action. Howell. There's Tremble, the tight end. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. And they go play action with Howell. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. ETN up the middle. A beautiful fake. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 more there and another first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Okay, let's make some good plays today. Come on, let's get through it.
Draw play, ETN. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The numbers on the ground for ETN last week. 21 carries, 98 yards, and a score.
Has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, so a lot of credit has to go to the rest of the offense because you know those big guys up front are doing work. But now, the goal is to get to 10. And don't for a second think that the defense doesn't know that. They'd like to do their best to keep him out of the end zone in this one.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
2 and a throw again. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. They forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Looking to pass. Tua. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Panthers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Now ETN to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. He'll get that underneath ETN. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on from Scorer, haven't we?
A couple of ways for this team because number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Yeah, he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. On 2nd and 9, Powell. He'll get this off to ETN. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. This defense for the Steelers, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Powell, he'll look to throw it. Dancing to his left. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball's thrown.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Two are going to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Hopkins. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. On 2nd and 9, Tua. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from him. It's 3rd down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. The kick by Bass is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
On 1st down, Howell fighting Lockett for the catch here on the out route. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Handoff running left is Etienne. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 3rd and 2. Here's Howell. It's caught. Lockett. And he is going to have a Panthers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. That saves no surprise to see Charles down the shot.
Yeah, but the way NFL is nowadays, we've only ever seen him run for short yardage. So they're going to throw it more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Faking the handoff. Howell. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Chase Young, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. They'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. And they were able to get him down and force the punt.
Three, a tight one after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. On 4th down, on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run. And the good footwork nearly all for nothing. Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. And this one is incomplete. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And this game, Charles, much talked about coming in. And you think there's a real chance this is a Super Bowl preview?
I do, because as things stand, and I'll give you a little bit of a caveat here, that maybe things will shake out a little bit if someone loses along the way. But here we are right now. These are your 2 current #1 seeds, and I think they're both good enough to make it to the big game. Certainly makes the big game that's a game here. Must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Let's keep those sticks moving.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the 1st down sack. Powell, they'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. And he is going to lose yardage here. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
The Panthers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Throwing here, Howell steps away to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble is 6, but now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
They run once more with Taylor. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. The Steelers at 9-1 on the year. They've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
And partner, to me, this is a team that no matter what the matchup, they're up for the fight. They are really suited for the postseason the way they're playing right now, and I would not want to face them come playoff time.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. To the right side, and he's got more complete. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Tua trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Steelers. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On 2nd and 7, Tua. The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group was not playing well at all here in the first half.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Here's Tua. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the tackle.
So roughing the passer, and this is a unit, Charles. They hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that.
Yeah, they understand how important these last couple of months are for this team. They can ill afford to have anything happen to him if they want to accomplish their goals.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get them the first. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Here we go.
Back to Taylor on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From midfield, here's Tua. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And this one will be brought back to the 22. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
To the sideline, wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. On second down, a run with Etienne. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up first and goal.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Howell out of the shotgun. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. On second and goal, Howell. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Howell, third and goal. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's fourth. The kick by Carlson is good, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
On first down, Tagovailoa. That one into the hands of Hopkins downfield. And touchdown! DeAndre Hopkins. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
From the 6. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here are the Panthers set to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Howell throwing on first down here. There's Trimble, the tight end. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Straight ahead, Etienne. 44 yards rushing and 8 carries for him so far. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First down, Howell to throw. He'll drop this one off with Etienne. Throwing again on second down. Howell, Etienne bringing in another one. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Howell throwing on third down here. And that's complete TTN out of the backfield. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
That play was well covered, just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Tua. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
It looks like, yes, it is. 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
One with a dime set. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Jamie Gillen now on to punt. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. As the offense returns, let's take a look at running back Travis Etienne. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Back to throw, Howell. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. The NFL season going to be about 2/3 complete after this weekend, so lots to get to as we check out what's going on here in Week 11. We'll begin our tour up at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, and it's the Saints.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to pass. Tua. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Tua now on first down. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. On the option to give to Taylor here. And down to the 41. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the option, here's Taylor. And he gets it down to the 32. 44 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. On second down, it's Taylor. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3 and 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. 30, 10, 5, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
I think that's a great observation, too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And you wonder, I mean, is it even possible, especially for the quarterback, to mentally reset after that quick of a turnaround?
But we're certainly going to find out, aren't we? Because that play will stay in your mind, but somehow you have to compartmentalize. Put it aside, pick yourself up, and get moving in the right direction.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Now it's Lockett. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Carolina offense about ready to go. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely, no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
We'll get this up to about the 44. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Howell. And he's got his big tight end here. They're going to give themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 45-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Howell to the air on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Back to the ground with Etienne. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Howell. Flushed out right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. And that is no good. And this will stay a 12-point game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll get across midfield into Carolina territory. 58 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
They give to Taylor out of the gun. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Taylor. And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Tua sets up to pass it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. And in a 2-score game, obviously every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. And he's got it. And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done. And
got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins. His 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the Steelers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. On 1st down, Howell. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. On play action, here's Tua. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlines. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Bit of a pressure spot here for Tyler Bass. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. The kick by Bass is good, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Fielded right around the 8. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. Now, last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So, in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
And try to atone for it here on this drive. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
To try again after the sack. Howell, they'll lock him with a grab over the middle. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And, Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. There's the Panthers punter now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he is going to lose yardage here. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
That was a bad time to call the screen. I'm from the late game down on the scoreboard. Had to figure they expected a pass downfield.
So the edge rushers are coming. That could have been big here, right? Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Here's Tua. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers ready to take over on offense. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Tagovailoa trying again after the pick 6. Going to be caught here left side, Moore. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Tua going to throw. incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And a stoppage here. A timeout before this third down play takes place. Now Tua. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Fourth down, fourth quarter. Here's Tua. He's going to look deep for more. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Steelers triumph with a 50 on fourth down. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. So they really needed points here in a two-score game. Could not come away with anything there on fourth.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. 3 yards remain for second down. And Howe will throw it. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Screenplay. Here's Etienne. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed. And that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up the first down.
Another throw for Howell. Finding Lockett for the catch here on the out route. 4 yards to go on second down from the 7. Howell from the gun. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Here's Howell. And it's caught. Only a yard on the completion. It's second and goal. Etienne. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Travis Etienne with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell you you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Howell throwing for it. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Steeler offense set to regain possession. They were ultra-confident coming in, that's for sure. They had won 7 straight, but number 8 not looking to be in the cards right now. On first down, Tagovailoa. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Looking to pass. Tua. A quick throw, but incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. He's going to look deep for more. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Etienne up the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 64 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, in this part of the game, the 4th quarter, this is where a running back really has a chance to shine. This is what they've been training for, to take over the game down the stretch. The defense, it's been battered all game long. And here, this is just a case of a runner imposing his will and decide.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Howell to throw on 2nd down. He'll buy some time right. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Etienne. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson from the left hash, a chip shot here. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. Here's a give to Etienne. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest. The kind of performance